Today's video I'll be looking back at these 4 Skylanders menus, which was Trapteam, Superchargers, Giants and Swapforce, and then doing a little ranking at the end. So yeah, without further ado, enjoy this video. Alright, let's talk about the menu design in Skylanders Swapforce, because honestly it does a lot right. First off, it's super interactive as you offer over different menu options. The characters on the screen actually changes depending on what you hover on, which is such a cool touch. It makes the menu feel alive, not just something you click through. The text is super clean and easy to read, nothing overly fancy or hard to understand. Down at the bottom of the screen there's the usual legal stuff, but it's tucked away nicely with a button if you really want to dive into that. Now let's talk visuals. The menu has this really nice bright blue colour that gives the whole screen a vibrant, energetic vibe. The layout's interesting too. The actual menu sits on the left hand side, while the background art and Skylander models take up the right, giving it a nice balance. But here's the weird bit: unlike most games, Swapforce doesn't have a welcome screen when you boot it up. No press start or anything like that. Alright, moving on to Skylanders Trapteam. This one takes a noticeably darker turn in style. Visually, it got this moody, shadowy vibe going on that really sets it apart from the previous game. Now the start menu is finally back. Not sure why Swapforce ditched it, but it's nice to see the traditional press start screen return. It just feels more complete. They also introduced Chaos Doom challenges here. It's not quite the classic battle arena from SSA and Giants, but hey, at least it's something extra to mess around with. But let's talk about the actual menu design. They went with this circular layout where each option is represented by an icon in the middle of a circle, with text underneath. Personally, I'm not sure why they moved away from the clean, sleek look that Swapforce have. This menu feels a bit over-designed. To be honest, the menu can feel kind of overwhelming. There's a lot of moving parts with animated gradients and a darker tone that, while stylish, can make the screen feel a bit busy, and those complicated bottom buttons, yeah, not exactly user-friendly. Still, it fits the overall Trapteam aesthetic, but from a usability standpoint, it's not my favourite. Alright, last but not least, Skylanders Superchargers, and honestly it's got some solid improvements compared to Trapteam. First off, they brought back the classic cloud background from the earlier games, which is such a nice touch. It feels familiar, light and way more inviting than the dark, intense style of Trapteam. One thing I really like is how they lean into the racing theme. The sound effects, the animations, even the transitions. It all feels like you're revving up for a right race. Super slick. And then there's the music. It's way more upbeat and energetic, not that ambient background vibe we saw in the previous games. It helps the whole menu feel more exciting and alive. Now here's a cool change. The menu is styled like an all-adventure book, which looks great. Each option, like story mode, is presented on the page and even has little details like a burnt edge at the bottom of the book for story mode. And finally, those clunky buttons prompts at the bottom of the screen, gone. The font is back to being big, clean and easy to read, which is honestly such a relief after the more cramped designs in Trapteam. That said, they did remove a lot of extra content. No more challenge dome, no more battle arena. All of that got replaced with racing, So depending on what you liked about the older games, that might be a bit of a letdown. But overall, Superchargers feels polished, stylish, and way more streamlined. And now let's take it back to where the Skylanders hype really took off, Skylanders Giants. First of all, the background is such a vibe. You got that beautiful sunset sky, floating rocks drifting around, and even a creature flying in distance. It gives the whole thing this epic, magical atmosphere, right from the jump. The menu music? Absolute classic. It's catchy, heroic, and honestly, I used it as my YouTube intro back in the day. That's how good it is. The menu itself is super sleek. It doesn't throw a million options at you. Everything's laid out simply and easy to navigate. Oh, and yes, Giant still has the Battle Arena, now renamed to Battle Mode, which I probably was renamed to Battle Mode in SSA, but yeah. It's nice that they kept that content in, especially compared to Superchargers where it's totally removed. The animations are also super polished. When you hover over a menu option, there's this nice little glow effect, and you'll see a spinning glow swirl behind the logo. It's subtle, or whatever that word is, but it makes the UI feel alive and responsive. Honestly, the Giants menu nails that clean but epic look. It's not too flashy, not too stripped down, just that sweet spot of nostalgic Skylanders energy. Alright, so after looking back at these 4 games, I'm gonna do SSA and Imaginators in part 2. Here's how I rank the Skylanders main menus based on style, usability, music, and just overall vibe. Number 4 is Trapteam. Visually it's cool and fits the darker tone of the game, but the menu feels a bit too overwhelming. The circles, the gradients, the buttons, it just has a lot going on. Not bad, but definitely not the most user friendly. Number 3 is Superchargers. Super slick presentation and the racing theme is really well integrated. The sounds, the book style layout, the upbeat music, all great, but losing battle modes and other extras knocked it down a bit for me. Number 2 is Giants. That sunset sky, the glowing menu effects, the iconic music. Giants feels nostalgic and clean, plus it kept battle mode, which is a big win, simple and effective. Number 1 is swapforce, still my favourite overall. Super interactive with the Skylanders changing as you hover, a clean layout, vibrant colours and just the right amount of personality. It struck that perfect. Thank you for watching this video, make sure you subscribe, leave a like and do all of that glorious stuff. Watch this video if you want to, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.